On the issue of Igbo king in Ghana, Blakk Rasta abe drop it and sembi ewaha. As last 2 days, NA Hassan Ayariga ebe revealing some say Igbo king ukrampono ya china tese ye detaining for 24 hours. I will copy more national security or masweye. Now Blakk Rasta the message the akwa Hassan Ayariga when some of the betuja ebe kekan some efa Igbo community no and the Nigerians in particular. Now sound so Blakk Rasta revealing sembi wa hadama eye gbagbu wulomo eye traditional ruler or no one kind. Or the same betuja say eye Igbo community no obemo masase emo mu de si eye omu Igbo village a omo pese omu si no send no omu si ka no obemo masase send omu si pe bia omo fanye eye omu Igbo village no sound so na Blakk Rasta wo message de ma eye gamanche Igbo kin ho sense me baye gamanche omo de letter beto monten a tese omo de series of warning the ma Igbo king omo de nsem mane no atese omo banning bebre se hen wan si Accra part baby hen wan ye na agekrampo se wo si wo no ma atese chiefs a this Igbo king just wa ba omu nyina no gamanche kire mu a wa revoke those chieftains no nyina wo ho Blakk Rasta wo messages series of them a wo de ba na apology a Igbo king enso de abatuja okopie mu na okohia okujeto ablakwa ensem no edoso papa na yebekọ ensem ni enyina Blakk Rasta be hye ensem na se a gbagbu wulo mo asase a oso wode be ma Igbo community no mo de asi omo Igbo village omo ka no yentie no.
This is the man Bobu Wulomo that we are talking about. Very powerful, and every Ghan knows this powerful man, both inside Ghana and outside Ghana. Bobu Wulomo says that, hey, if you don't give the Igbo people land to build their village in Pram Pram, I will give them land to build right here in Accra, the Ebo Village, because there's no problem, nothing wrong with the Ebo Village. Now, Bobu Wulomo is so powerful. And his reason, when I spoke with him exclusively, he told me, Blakk Rasta, me and you have the same reasoning. And I want to tell you something. We are strong Pan-Africanists. All around the world, we have Ghana Village, Accra in America. We have Kumasi in different parts of the world. Akans, Gans, everybody has a place. Sometimes they are even called Ghana Village, Kumasi Village, Accra Village, in all these countries, and they accept us. What is wrong with an Igbo village in our country, Ghana? Of course, if it was a kingdom, no, our constitution does not allow that. It does not even encourage kingships. That I will not encourage, but I would willingly give a huge plot of land to these people known as the Igbos to build. Do you know the contribution of the Igbo people historically to the development of our country, Ghana? He asked me, and I told him, in fact, I know, but tell me more. You seem to have more wisdom than me. And he broke it down one after the other.
And see, Blakk Rasta, the message our they call Eddie Amaya Gamanche. Ewa Gamanche series of letters beto mountain. Just say what they banning Igbo community no, Igbo king no. Can't send be at the form home. So we name Igbo king wo baby ah.
Why is it that some people are now renouncing this Igbo chiefdom? One of the greatest supporters of this Igbo chief, my brother, my sister, is the present Gamanche. They have been friends for a long time. He's a man that I have known for so long. My brother, my sister. And you know what? He was one of the earliest people to endorse Igwe Chukudi Jude Ihinetu. Normally, the Igbos celebrate their Yam Festival in Ghana. The last time they did it, it was at the A4 Sutherland Park. A lot of people come from all walks of life, from America, thousands of people. They come there and they enjoy themselves. This was a ceremony, my brother, my sister, to commemorate the Yam Festival and more. This is 2022. Now, forward to 2025. This is a letter from the same Ghana Traditional Council, signed by the same man who had signed a letter endorsing Chukwudi, Eze Chukwudi, as the head and leader of the Igbos. Watch this letter. The letter is denouncing Eze Chukwudi as the chief of the Igbos. And look at the wording of the letter. It's so insulting. It's sad. 9th July 2025, right? And it says, press release by the Ghana Traditional Council. The Ghana Traditional Council has observed with dismay recent happenings in the Ghana state surrounding an Igbo king by name Eze Dr. Chukwudi Jude Iheneto, who has accorded himself king of the Igbos in Ghana. How? How? When you recognize him as a king, wrote letters to that effect, gave him a certificate to that effect, all of a sudden he's carrying himself as the king of the Igbos. How? Ni? At an emergency meeting held at the Ghana Traditional Council on the 9th day of July 2025, presided over by the President, King Takite Kochuru II, Mantse, and all members, the understated were resolved unanimously. 1. The Ghana Traditional Council dissociates itself from all activities of the said Eze Dr. Chukwudi Jude Iheneto. 2. The council has never recognized anybody or person as king of the Igbos within the Ghana state. Wow. Really? So that certificate we saw was fake? The letter that was written and signed by the same great king, Churu II, is fake? Recognition of persons and their induction at the Ghana Traditional Council has always been conditional upon entry of one's name in the National Register of Chiefs. The Ghana Traditional Council is a creation of statute. As Dr. Chukwudi Jude Iheneto should henceforth cease and desist from holding himself out as a king of the Igbos in the Ghana state by way of performing any traditional activity. 5. All assigned paramount and divisional chiefs installed by Eze Dr. Chukwudi Jude Iheneto should also henceforth cease and desist from holding themselves out as such within the Ghana state, preventing another man from carrying himself as the chief, and that this was the only recognized one. The question is, was this letter fake? Why have the tables turned all of a sudden? Is this because of the furore from an interview that was granted in 2013? Did we do enough investigation? What was the mind of this guy? Xenophobia. We got to be careful.
And after Gaman Chadiano, Yantie, Igbo Ken, Okopiemu, Ewo, Okuja to a Blakwa, and Naso, a foreign and affairs minister, and Komoya Corso, on one casa, let Aberton Monte, a chopa, or the Ma Ghana for Inina.
Now there is a big controversy about this Ebo Village. They claim they had a piece of land in Pram Pram. And then it has come out that there actually is no piece of land. What is the sense behind this? But before then, can I tell you something? The Igbo leader, His Royal Majesty, Chukwudi Jude Iheneto, met with Honorable Samuel Okujeto Ablakwa. And this was what transpired between them. Look at him. This is the Igbo leader. He has lost weight, probably because of some of these issues surrounding his utterances and much more. He went there with his Igbo people, dressed like the traditional Igbo man. My brother, my sister, and this is Okujeto Ablakwa wearing the traditional Ghanaian fugu. What transpired at the meeting? Okujeto Ablakwa has fired it out on Facebook, and he said yesterday, I invited Chukwudi Jude Iheneto. The gentleman captured in a viral video claiming he intends to establish the Igbo and an Igbo kingdom in Ghana following an alleged purchase of a tract of land. Igwe clarified that it was an old 2013 interview which he deeply regrets. He assured that he has long abandoned that idea and has not purchased any piece of land for that purpose. Chukudi conveyed profuse apologies to the president, government, chiefs, and people of Ghana for the unfortunate agitations his rather ill-advised interview has created. As I emphasized in the meeting, Ghana is exceptionally proud of its celebrated, friendly foreign policy, which is welcoming interpretations. But if Honorable Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa goes on to say it was an ill-advised interview, in fact, I beg to differ. My brother, my sister, should the chief not grant an interview? What did he say in the interview that was crazy and against the laws of Ghana? The building of an Ebo village. Where in the interview did he mention kingdom? Out of respect, a man might decide to accept everything as his fault, even if it's not faulted. I'm sure that is what the Igbo leader is doing. He certainly doesn't want to, in fact, endanger the lives of Igbo people and Nigerians in Ghana. He's just one man. He's lived in Ghana for over 20 years. In fact, over 30 years. He's been married to his wife for 28 solid years. They have 5 children. The wife is 100% Ghanaian. But Okudzeto Ablakwa refers to him as Igwe, even though it's been misspelled here as Izwe. And after that, he just calls him by his first name, Chukudi. I think that is quite disrespectful. A problem shouldn't make you disrespect a man who has been chief from 2012. Or are you disinheriting him too? Or are you renouncing and denouncing him too? Let's be careful. You see, what has the Igbo leader done that is wrong? Tell me. I'm building an Ebo village. Now let's look at the Ebo village that he wants to build. Last night, I decided to speak with him to get more insight into the whole thing. Can I tell you something? That was in 2013. What happened in 2013? There were agitations here in our markets in Accra and beyond that Igbo people were taking over the...
And to end it, Hassan Ayariga. Ono ena te say arrest no e kwaba nyina case ne be kese nyina Hassan Ayariga. Blakk Rasta edi nkomo about Hassan Ayariga just uchirima. Hassan Ayariga recently Dr. Bia wode ato no so kra mpo no fake.
In fact, we spoke very beautifully and he gave me some insight into whatever he said. Hassan Ayariga schooled in Germany. He speaks German and other languages, of course, including English. Hassan Ayariga is a businessman who does so many businesses. Hassan Ayariga here, according to him, has 2 PhDs which are honorary. In other words, people see the good work you are doing and the university decides to invite you to honor you. That is an honorary degree. But he also went into the class and wrote and researched and got a PhD, which is meritorious. And when I pushed him, he told me he got it from Atlanta in the US. ALU, if my memory serves me right. My brother, my sister, he will not answer any more questions because he wants to take the whole issue to court. There are photos of Hassan Ayariga showing certificates, in fact, PhD certificates, flaunting the internet. One of them is from the Reagan University. My brother, my sister, and the internet is awash with some of this. My brother, my sister. Hassan Ayariga is the man you see here with 2 white guys sandwiching him. And when you zoom into the certificate, it says Reagan University in America. That surely must have been one of the honorary PhDs he received. My brother, my sister. But the one he said he got in Atlanta, he researched and he wrote about political and election violence and so on and so forth as his thesis. But Hassan Ayariga has a big question. First and foremost, he said that the letter that was written to him, allegedly, on the 4th of July, for him to answer to the GTech, the custodians of PhDs in this country, never arrived. It was never written in his own words. He thinks somebody is out to get him. He thinks that they just want to embarrass him. The letter that he got was the letter that was circulating on the internet, dated the 14th of July. And that's the letter, my brother, my sister, that you see here from the Ghana Tertiary Education Commission. And if you look at the date, it's 14th.
So that is that about a year Igbo king. And one says so much as a one media and so as a Uchima when you king baby 50 acres as I see an workano on top 50 acres as I say a will baby a bagulamo chilima or bemana sase and manity a see a Ebo Village or Pessi Blakk Rasta at the message at the Ama Gamanche. Sound so NODB at the Ama Hassan Ayariga. Now I describe it a year Igbo king a year to say or conversate a yokuja to a Blakwa. Ewo hono no aha Dowona TV chaware comment section.